Hey everyone, I'm Cynthia Kane and welcome back. If last week's video on staying calm resonated with you, this one is the next step because even when we want to stay calm, we still can get triggered. This happens to me quite often, right? It happens to a lot of us quite often. And today I'm going to show you how to respond instead of react, especially in the hard, challenging conversations. So, why we react when we're triggered. When something hits a sensitive spot, it's a tone, it's a word, it's a look. Our nervous system just reacts before our mind can catch up. And that reaction might look like snapping back. It might look like shutting down. Maybe it looks like over explaining and continuing to talk, defending yourself, lying, dodging. And this isn't failure by any means. It really is our biology. Our system is really trying to protect us in this moment because it's feeling uncomfortable in some way. So the goal isn't to stop being triggered or being frustrated in a moment or overwhelmed in a moment. It's really to notice sooner and choose differently because we can't prevent stressful situations from happening. Stressful situations are going to happen. Challenging moments are going to arise. We are going to have different opinions, different views. Um, Arguing is going to happen. And really, what we can do is we can choose whether we get stuck in it or we respond differently to it, right? And we're able to acknowledge it and move forward alongside it as opposed to becoming it. So, really, what the practice is that we'll do is we're going to pause, name, and then choose. So the first thing you'll do is you'll pause. It's the same thing that you'll hear me say all the time, over and over and over again. I'm like a one-track pony. I think that's what people say. And it is that sensation. First, you're paying attention to the sensation in the body. Where do you feel that tightness, that urgency, that heat? Um, just that discomfort that comes in the body in these moments. We're going to pay attention to that. That becomes our cue. When we start to feel that way, we're going to pause. How do we pause? We can inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5. We can try that together. Inhale for 5, hold for 5, and exhale for 5. We can do that to pause. We can silently say to ourselves, soften, 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 right? We can say that to ourselves 3 times. We can also just begin to pay attention to our hands, our feet, right? Just bringing your attention to your feet right now, bringing your attention to your hands, bringing attention to your belly. Or maybe we just rub our earlobe or we rub our sternum, right? Our chest. So there's different ways we can pause. Those are just a few that you can try. So first, you're going to feel that difficult sensation or the sensations rising in the body. Maybe you'll do a breath pattern. Maybe you'll tell yourself to soften. Maybe you'll check in and just move your attention to your feet, to your hands, to your belly, right? Maybe you'll just rub your ear or maybe just rub your arm, okay? That pause creates just enough space to interrupt our automatic reaction. The pause is not long, it's small, okay? We pause, then we're going to name. So we're silently going to name what is happening. I'm feeling triggered. I'm overwhelmed. I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling stupid, I'm feeling lonely, I'm feeling guilty, I'm feeling like a failure, right? We're going to just start naming what is happening. Okay. Naming brings you back into the present moment. It's almost just like you're broadcasting what is happening. And if you don't know what's happening, you can just say, I don't know what's happening, but I'm feeling off. right? I'm feeling something and I'm bothered. So that's all we're doing. We're not judging or evaluating how we're feeling here. All we're doing is noticing that this is what's happening. We're noticing what's happening. Then we're going to choose. So now we're going to ask ourselves, what response would be helpful for me right now? What response would support me right now? So that might mean what would be helpful right now is if I slowed everything down, if I asked for a moment to reset the conversation, if I stopped talking, or maybe if I express myself and set a boundary. A response doesn't need to be perfect. We just need to make sure that we're being intentional with our response because that's what responding is. Responding means we're thinking about what we're saying basically before we say it, as opposed to reacting where there's no time and it's just instantaneous. So, what responding really means, right? Responding doesn't mean staying calm on the outside while we're completely overwhelmed and, freaking out on the inside. It means honoring what's happening on the inside without letting it take over. So it's choosing to be present over being impulsive. And sometimes the most mindful response that we can have is just, I'm upset right now, or I'm frustrated right now, or just I need to come back to this later, right? I can't be helpful to you right now, or I can't communicate in a way that I respect right now. So I have to come back to this later. Is it uncomfortable? Yes. Do we feel in those moments that we need to be talking and need to be saying something? 100%. The mindfulness within us, though, when we start to pay attention, is understanding and knowing that this is what's best for the conversation. This is what is going to keep the integrity of the conversation intact. This is what is going to keep it kind, honest, and helpful. So this week, I really, invite you to practice pausing, naming, and then choosing. Try it once a day, especially when you notice just the urge to react quickly. And afterwards, after you do it, just offer yourself this reminder, or maybe, in the morning, just remind yourself, I'm going to choose awareness today. I'm just going to choose to pay attention to the sensation in my body when I'm in a conversation. And then I'm going to name what's happening in this discomfort. And then I'm going to choose to help myself and the other person in this conversation. So, if you would like more practices like this, you'll find them inside my Mindful Communication Insider, which is my premium newsletter, along with self-talk scripts, guided audio practices, monthly reflections. And you can also explore my books or mindful communication audio courses, and everything is linked below. And if there's a communication question that you'd like me to answer, something you're navigating in real life, please leave it in the comments below and I will get to it. I'll share responses to you in a future video. So thank you for being here, and I will see you the next time.